speaking of hunters and speaking of who would win, we've got a really fun section coming up. And this is, of course, going to be our Halloween edition. So in this show, we want to bring you all kinds of really cool content and stuff. And there's one question that we always get in the store, and that's, who would win? Who would win versus this person versus that person? So we definitely are going to bring you some of that, our most requested stuff. So for Halloween, our very first Who Will Win? Blade the Daywalker versus Batman the Vampire from the Batman Red Rain series. So, wow, we've got the Daywalker versus the Dark Knight. Who shall stand victorious in this climactic battle? All right, Jesse, who's your pick for who would be the last vampire or non-vampire standing?
I think there's a clear winner, and it's got to be Batman. There's no way Blade can stand a chance against Batman.
Do you know your Blade, my friend?
I do, yes. I do. And I don't...
Right.
You've read the Batman Red Rain, right?
I have.
Who stood a chance against that Batman?
He didn't come up against someone as capable as the Daywalker, though. Come on now.
He took out Scarecrow. He took out Joker. He took out Dracula. He took
out Dracula in the first. Yep, he took out Dracula. So let's talk a little bit about Batman Red Rain. Okay, so how did Batman get vampiric powers? Now, keep in mind, this is what you call an Elseworlds. This is a comic that takes place outside of the regular continuity. And in the multiverse, DC has numbered Batman Dracula or Batman Red Rain as Earth, I think it's 43. So it's very cool in this Elseworld. It's written by Doug Monk and with amazing art by Kelly Jones. This came out, I want to say mid-90s original graphic novels by DC Comics. So basically, Dracula is in Gotham and he is, killing and feeding on the homeless and making, Gotham like, an even bigger cesspit than it was. Batman is approached by a female vampire who's broken away from Dracula and knows that his reign has to come to an end. She bites Bruce Wayne, embedding him with vampiric powers, but does not change him. So he's still got his human mind and his human brains, but he now has vampire-like abilities. And I think that's the key difference, because now you have a super-powered Batman who still has Bruce Wayne's combat ability, tactical ability, access to gadgets, and his humanity, his intellect. That's his biggest thing, right? So if we were to take this particular version from Red Rain, I think that's the vampire version of Batman that stands the biggest chance against Blade. But let's talk about Blade, the Daywalker, right? So Blade gets his powers from his mother being bitten and while she was pregnant. So he is born with, they call it kind of like a Dhampir. He's like a living vampire, but he doesn't have any of the weaknesses of the vampire. Later on in Marvel's lore, Morbius, the living vampire, actually enhances some of his abilities, right? So Blade is not only well-versed in several different martial arts, he's a weapon master. He has a healing factor, can regenerate. He's immune to all vampire abilities, right? He's got super strength, super speed, super senses, right? So you add all of those things up, right? He's immune. He's the Daywalker. He's immune to sunlight, and he's purposely trained to take on vampires. So right there, you have them kind of being evenly matched, right? But at the end of the day, right, as in my opinion, I'm going with Blade. If you guys can't tell, I'm saying that Blade can hunt down and take up this vampire, because remember, Batman can only go out at night. And if he does not feed on blood, he is not going to get stronger. So I think that Blade is going to use all the tricks, all the knowledge to beat this Batman. And this Batman, while he can be out at night, he definitely has to get somewhere else, or the Daywalker is going to beat him. So I think it's going to be a interesting bloodbath. But come on, look at Blade. The guy is armed to the teeth. He's got guns. He's got stakes. He's got special swords. He's got like the glaives that we've seen. Like this guy, he is no joke. All right. So yeah, we've got crazy powerful vampire Batman. But remember, those vampire powers that he has, he can bite Blade, but it's not going to do anything. He can't hypnotize Blade. He's immune to all of those things. So yeah, I'm thinking that even though this guy is scary, I don't know if Bruce Wayne Batman, even as this vampire, could really stand up to Blade. But I will tell you one thing, it would be one hell of a fight. Like that would be, I think, going 12 rounds. You know, they're going to fight from, you know, dusk all the way to dawn, and whoever is going to be the last man standing or the last vampire standing, they are going to tell a tale of this was their hardest battle. So if you guys are watching, comment, let us know who you think is going to win. Is it going to be Batman Red Rain, or is it going to be the Daywalker Blade, the vampire hunter? Because I think that's going to be very interesting. I think we're going to have a split. I think kind of like you and I are split, Jesse. I think it's going to definitely make some people, you know, kind of do a little bit of research, right? And see who you putting money on, you know, who you putting money on. You putting money on Blade, or you putting money on Batman? Normally you say Batman can be prepared for anything. Batman. I don't think a vampire Batman can be prepared for.
Can I ask you a few questions before we carry on here?
You definitely can, my friend.
Okay, who is Batman's number one villain in his rogues gallery?
His number one villain.
Yeah. Who's Batman's number one foe?
Well, it would be the Joker. I would say his greatest adversary is Ra's al Ghul, but
that's Batman chomping on the Joker right there. Look,
right on.
No chance.
Yeah, but the Joker he's not in Blade's category. The Joker's never been a match for Batman physically, and this version of Batman, I like I said, he's got vampire strengths, but I think this one is, you know, I think it's an easy one.
Who's Blade's number one foe? I don't know much about Blade, but I'm pretty sure it's Dracula. I'm pretty sure he's hunting Dracula right now in the books, isn't he?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Batman picks up Dracula and throws him like nothing and kills him. Why hasn't Blade done that? Why hasn't Blade done that?
You're right on about that one. So the cool thing is obviously they're two different Draculas. It's DC Dracula and Marvel Dracula. But the nice thing about Blade's foes is Blade doesn't have a big rogues gallery because he kills them all.
You can't use that as that doesn't count.
So that's the nice thing about Blade. He's not afraid to get his hands bloody. That's what he does. He decapitates vampires. This version, like I said, if it's the Red Rain version, he's still got a little bit of Bruce Wayne in him, holding him back his humanity. And I don't know if he's going to fight to the death. But I think you brought up some very interesting points, and we'll let the fans kind of decide and let us know. But if you guys are interested in reading, one more, go ahead.
One more point.
Yeah.
This man right here. Do you know who that man is in the top left corner?
That looks like Alfred.
That is Alfred. He knows he doesn't stand a chance to Batman. So he's like, here, just take my blood. Just have it. I think Batman's going to win hands down.
Hands down. All right. So we'll see. We'll revisit this once we see all the people who have weighed in. But if you guys want some cool reads to check out, let's take a look at a couple books we recommend for you for Batman. Red Rain currently is not in print, but here's two great Batman books that you can check out. This is Batman Damned, the hardcover, and it's a very, very good series written by Brian Azzarello, art painted by Lee Bermejo, and it's a fantastic tale. It has got the Dead Man. It has got the Joker, Harley Quinn, John Constantine. Also, the plot is Batman. Someone has killed the Joker, and Batman's trying to find out who it is. Definitely a great tale to read, especially at Halloween. Amazing book. I can't say enough about it. You can get copies here on our website. And the next book is Batman, the White Knight. This is the follow-up, Curse of the White Knight. And this is all done by Sean Murphy. Art, writing. It's the follow-up to the original book, as I said. And this is where the Joker has basically turned to Gotham against Batman. He became the White Knight when he was cured from his insanity. And he teams up with Azrael, who you can see in the background, to unleash this version of the Sword of Vengeance on Gotham to get revenge. Great, great series. Available in trade paperback at the store right now, or you can get it on our website. Amazing read. I can't say enough about both of these books, but if you want now a really cool book that came out with the Daywalker, you need to look no further than The Heroes Reborn. It's a world where the Avengers have disappeared, and the only person who knows that something is not right is Blade, the vampire hunter, and he is going across this brave new world to find out what happened to the Avengers. In this quick little picture, you can see him finding a very different looking Steve Rogers. And fun fact, in this particular book, we have a fight between Blade and the Squadron Supreme member Nighthawk, who is almost an analogy to Batman, and Blade kind of whoops his ass. So, there is that. So those are a couple of books for you to read and to check out. As we said, lots of good stuff in both of those volumes. So you want to check those out.